So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to email you guys the link to this show, which is also in that Excel spreadsheet, and the Excel spreadsheet over the weekend, and I'm going to have you guys do a few more trials of what we do today, and then email me the spreadsheet back, because I want to collect some data. I don't know if we're going to have enough time or patience to collect enough data in class today through a couple runs through to actually see if there is a pattern in what the banker does. But I think if I have each of you play the game one time and then save your results in the spreadsheet and email it back to me, I can collate all the data together and see if there's something there. It's called data mining. It's one of the more interesting applications of statistics. It's getting a bunch of data collected and then going back in and seeing if there's anything going on. And the reason I thought of it yesterday, I told you guys, I thought of you guys in the meeting I was in at 4:30 last night, because we were talking about recruiting for COCC. Because COCC we have a recruiter, Drew Jones. She's a total freaking rock star. And she goes to school. She'll go as far as Alaska, Colorado, Montana. She'll take these road trips out to bring students from all over the place. And I asked the, not Drew, but the folks that we had an advisory panel come in. I said, so when you get this, oh, Kurt, what you got?
I sat with those people yesterday.
You did, you did too.
Same three people, yeah.
Yes, Brent and Charlie and
Bob and Michelle.
Or Bob, Michelle, thank you, yes.
Interesting questions.
Very interesting questions, and some of them asked questions back to me when I asked them this one. So when you give these students at these schools these little checkout sheets, like, what are you interested in? And Kathy McCabe, who I adore, said she recently got one. She's the head of the program at CJ. She got this paper back from a student that says, I'm interested in sociology, psychology, criminal justice, and it listed like 6 things. And she's like, what do I do with this? So then I asked, well, have you ever data mined to see which one of those the student is most interested in?
And when you said,
well,
Kathy do math, she looked.
No, I do math for Kathy. No. I didn't ask Kathy this. I was trying to get the answer to help Kathy. No, I do math for Kathy. We've actually made an appointment for next Thursday to do math together. It's going to be great. I love Kathy. I do math for her. She carries the gun. It's all good. It's all good. But that's really fun. She's an ex-cop. She has a gun, and she probably knows how to use it pretty well. I love her. She's wonderful. She's a gun. She does. Anyway, what I found out was that the sheet that the students fill out is not hierarchical. So basically, it's what are you interested in? There's a bunch of check boxes. But what I suggested is maybe we should do is what are you most interested in? Or what do you think you're most interested in at this point? Second, third, fourth, and fifth. Then you can apply weights to that and come up with an average, if you will, of the results. And essentially that's data mining. You put all this data together into a big sheet and see if anything kind of shakes out. And thank God for computers. And you're about to see a very small application of data mining. So what we're going to do, friends, what we're going to do is we're going to play the game like we did yesterday, and we should probably be random about this. What I did this morning. I set up a spreadsheet over here to keep track of how we play each game online. Now, what you might see right now is I have an expected value command in here right now. That's the expected value. If you look at that right there, it's the same thing we did on the board today. It adds up the products of the probabilities of each of the cases times their values. When you start the game, the expected value of any one of those cases is $131,000. That's because if you add up $1 million times 1 in 26, plus $750,000 times 1 in 26, plus $500,000 times 1 in 26, and you add all that up, it's a positive $131,000, almost $500. That's staggering, isn't it? So what you should be able to do is walk onto the show, go grab Howie Mandel's hand.
Yeah.
He won't shake it.
No.
Then put your hand out and say, I'll take my $131,000 right now. Let's save everybody the agony of watching me play the game, because on average right now that case is worth that much. And of course they'll tell you to get the hell out of there, because for the same reason you can't do that in a casino. They want you to play the game. That's the whole point of the show. Does that make sense? So what I want to do is I want to analyze game by game how much the banker offers us. So I'm going to use my TI here. I'm going to use my TI to help me out with randomness. What I'll do, and actually, you guys want to do this? Actually, this might make it easier for you guys. Help me generate random suitcases to open. Let's switch over here real quick. I just need one person to do this to be great, to be my suitcase generator. So I need one person to go to the math menu. I don't know how to do this with more than, you'll want to do this later when I send you home to do it. You're going to want to do this too with your TI, so make sure you understand this. It's the same command I had you do weeks ago on that quiz with the prom quiz, and we used it about a week ago. We were generating random numbers on your in-class quiz. It's all the same thing. It's under math, PRB, okay, math PRB, rand int, and then just put 1,26.
We don't need to put a random, like or.
I'm assuming you're all seated from before. Matt's asking a great question about the seating of, make sure we all have different numbers, but since you guys already seated your TIs weeks ago, I'm assuming they're still seated that way. So you're gold.
They are, even if we went through and like went crazy and cleared out a bunch of stuff.
Clearing doesn't change the seating. The only way that it would change the seating is if you pulled your batteries and erased your memory, which I'm assuming you didn't do.
No, I didn't.
That's what I'm saying. I'm assuming you didn't do that, so chances are your seating is still random.
Just making sure.
Good. Cindy, yes?
Oh, I just have a number.
Oh, you have a number, great. So we're going to need, actually, let me turn this off. We are going to need, choose one. So give me what we're going to choose, Cindy?
5.
We're going to choose suitcase 5. That is our suitcase. We now keep that one. Now, we have to pick 6. So go ahead, Cindy. Give me 6 more. Now, before you say anything, Cindy, actually, as she begins to call random suitcases out, she might call ones that have already been chosen. We'll just ignore those and go over those and get more. Does that make sense? Okay, makes sense? Okay, so we're going to go with 8, 16,
11.
11,
21.
21,
12.
12. I think we need one more, right?
24.
24. Okay, here comes the banker. He is going to offer us $43,445. The expected value of the case, I now have to go in here. Sorry, real quick, I have to take out these. Take out this. You see what I'm doing here, friends? I'm removing the cases that we have already opened.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Janaya.
How did you get the 131 that it started with?
Ah!
I thought I followed it, but I
It's
didn't.
okay, it was the same as this, but pretend it's this. Instead of negative 250, 1 penny. Instead of 99,050, $1, $5, $10, 25, 50, and then next to each one of those, 1 in 26, 1 in 26.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Now, I would never ask you to do that manually because it's ridiculous. We use Excel.
Okay.
Fair?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now all I'm doing now is watch the expected value change as I remove the suitcases. Notice how it's going up right now? That's because I'm deleting the little cheap amounts. Watch as I start deleting the larger amounts. What am I up to? I gotta take out 5,000. Okay, I gotta take out 10,000. And I've gotta take out 100,000 and 500,000. So you see what happened? It went up and then came back down again. It's still up above what it was because the ones we picked were extraordinarily good, right? We picked very, very low amounts, which essentially removed the small pieces and good. All right, so the expected value we have is 140,145. Okay, we're gonna collect data right now. All we're doing is collecting data. And make sure you're seeing what I'm doing because I do want to send this sheet home with you guys over the weekend so on Tuesday we can collect data. Or actually, I'll have you send it to me before Tuesday and I'll show you what I come up with. We'll put it all in one big spreadsheet. We'll see what happens. Fair enough? All right, Cindy, we're not gonna take any deals. We're gonna play the games all the way to the end. Even though I would definitely probably stop right now, but that's just me. No deal. Okay, let's open more briefcases. Cindy, we need 5.
19.
19. That was a good one. 2.
22.
22.
13.
13.
7.
And 7. All right, here comes the deer. Here comes the banker's calculation. He's going to give us 41,715. We have to take out those, right? We have to take out $1, 5. What else? 25's gone, right? 75's gone. 2's gone. Is that it? I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Is
look
it
at
hitting
that.
the delete button with that?
I'm hitting delete, yeah.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, you can do anything you want. You can also just put anything else in there except an X. It's counting this only when there's an X in there, so I'm removing it. If I had more time, and unfortunately it was 4:30 in the morning, I was gonna put check boxes in there. But I ran out of time before I could even develop a tab installed, so. $166,000, $860. Did I delete everything I had to delete, friends? Did I? This is the first surprising thing to me right here. This is the first surprising thing. That our expected value went up and his offer went down. That's the first thing. See, this is why I'm doing.
We had more of the higher values go down than the lower ones.
Correct. The direction of this confuses me a little. I'm curious to see there are actually two different variables going on right now. The two different variables are the number of trials we're going and also the cumulative value of the suitcases left. Okay? Now, you can't see this, but right here, I've hidden it in white text. I'm actually counting how many cases are left. I want to double check and make sure I'm counting it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15. Yep, we're golden. We're golden. Okay, so we're going to do no deal. We need 4 more, Cindy. Have you got repeats yet as you do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent.
Okay, so let's do 1,
Is that 1?
1,
1? Yes, ma'am.
and 20.
20? There we go. Now, as Cindy's going through, it's going to get harder and harder because she has to check which suitcases are left. When she's generating random numbers, she's probably getting numbers that have already been opened. So just keep going until you get one that has it. Go ahead, Cindy.
3,
3. Uh-oh.
26,
26. All right, new offer from the banker. New offer. This is very interesting.
It went up.
It went up again, even though we knocked a whole bunch of these large values down. We did lose a couple over here. And this is surprising me. This is surprising the hell out of me, actually. 51,000.
So what's the banker thinking, Sean?
I don't, hence the question, Lynn. This is the question. I want to know what the banker's doing to make, I don't know how that calculation works. There's an algebra problem we could do, and we're kind of doing it right now, is to basically run this game as many times as we need to run it, and get the banker's results each time and do something called a linear algebra matrix analysis on it. But essentially, we're doing that statistically right now. So, sorry, I was just sneaking. I sneezed. And you make a matrix. So you have a matrix of 26 by 26. 26 because of 26 cases. All right? And you put a 1 or a 0 in each of the cells. 1 if the case is still there, 0 if it's not. And then at the end of each line, you put the banker's offer. And so you basically construct every possibility of those matrices, and you solve it with a 26 by 26 system of equations, which would probably make most computers French fry. But it's okay. We're not doing that. We're trying to see it exactly, Kurt. We're trying to make it see statistically. Maddie?
So wouldn't his offer be going up because that $1 million is still standing?
Well, careful. There's a $1 million case, but there are also other large value cases swaying it both ways.
Yeah.
However, I am a little surprised, and I want to see this one next. Let me get this next amount first. Kurt, hold that thought.
I don't want to.
Hold that. I know you don't want to, but be a good boy. We lost 1,000.
50,000.
Lost the 50.
You lost the cent.
3 is gone, right? And the penny's gone too, right? That was a good one to lose. Okay, look at the expected value.
My question pertains to this right here.
Interesting. So expected value keeps going up, but his offer is going down. That surprises the hell out of me. Go ahead, Kurt.
Offer's going down. His offer's going up, though.
No, the offer.
No, so this is what he's offering us. Oh, excuse me. Yes, it went down from here to here. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. It went down from here to here when this went up.
My thought is that with, what are we picking, 3 cases next?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. With so many values still on the left-hand side.
Yes.
That increases the possibility of you picking 3 of those cases.
Of course, brother.
Own money
So the
ones.
probability
Yeah.
of the big cases staying there is greater, hence the
Yeah.
offer has to.
Absolutely. Yes, I love what Kurt is saying. Unfortunately, that's already working against us because that's already been removed, so it's out of the expectation. And my guess, and this is just a guess, is that he's using this expectation somehow to make this offer. I don't know. Cindy, what are you thinking?
Well, I was gonna say that the percentage keeps going down. That's
Yes.
the offer. Even though the amount is going up, the percentage of the
That's what I want to look at next. Yeah,
66%.
that 60, I think it's much worse than that. Yes, I want to look at that. I definitely look at that, Cindy. Yes, for sure. Shall I pick 3? Cindy, you're an awesome random number generator. If you don't mind, keep going. That'd be great.
10.
10. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh. And that happens when you watch the show. It's hilarious. Oh. Hey, it's snowing again. Awesome.
17.
17. Oh. So much for late.
So much for mine.
But you see what Kurt said? What Kurt said, this does not disprove what he said. It just shows to us it does not guarantee when things happen. Only on the long run that they do happen. What was the last one, Cindy?
23.
23 it is. I didn't even see what that one was. Okay. We now drop to $30,056. And we lost, let me see, we lost 25, right? And we lost all these guys except for the million, correct?
Yeah.
All right, there's our average, $125,234. Okay, sweet so far?
Yeah.
Now what's cool about this too is we can also see when the offers turn. And we can maybe predict when we should stop. And that's what I'm interested in the percentage that Cindy's talking about. This is why I wanted to do this, is because I wanted to analyze it. All right, well, no deal. We're going to open 2.
Okay.
Go, my friend, if you don't mind.
14 and
Four-
9.
14 and
9.
9. Okay, million's still there,
Yep.
which means we went up. That makes perfect sense. 43,394, and we lost 75 and 400. Yes,
Yeah.
there's our expected value. Pop back up again. 166,900. Love it. What do you see, Janiyah?
Can you put your, I want to see what yep.
Yep. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Now, I cheated a little bit to make the formula smaller. I love that the Janiyah asked for this.
What's K6?
K6 is what's in cell K6. K6 is going to, oh, you can't see it because I shaded it white because it wasn't important. It's the number of cases left.
Oh,
It's right here, my friend. Oh, not that. No, I'll make it black font so you can see it. All it's doing is, it's keeping track of how many X's there are over here, which tells you how many cases. So in other words, as you're choosing cases now, it's 1 out of that, not 1 out of 26. Those other cases are gone.
Right.
So it's 1 out of the cases that are left. So that's all that is. And everything else is just summing up the values in these columns here.
Okay.
Fair enough? Great question, my friend. Thank you for asking. All right, no deal, right? We got everything we need? How many now? 1 or 2? 1 briefcase. Go ahead, Cindy, if you don't mind.
I didn't get one that hasn't already been.
I know, it's going to be harder and harder, isn't it?
Yep.
And I'll write all this up like in like a Word form so you have an idea of like everything we're doing right now. I'll have you do it too. I'll put point values on it so you get quiz points for it too. But that way you'll know what the hell we're doing. So when you go home and you're like, we did something fun on Thursday, I don't remember what it was. Oh, Cindy, go ahead.
15.
15 it is. We lost 50. So now our expected value is up again, which is great. 200. You see how it's jumping now that there's not many suitcases left? That denominator is so small now that dividing by 6 versus dividing by 5 is a huge difference. Dividing by 26 or dividing by 25 is not a very big percentage difference, but dividing by 6 but by 5, it's a huge difference. Imagine a circle cut into 6 equal pieces versus a circle cut into 5 equal pieces. Those pieces are vastly different size. But a circle cut into 26 pieces versus 25 is hardly any difference at all. So that's why you're seeing these large jumps. Go ahead, Kurt.
I was going to say it's unfair if you can apply that many times.
It's unfair if, say that again.
Way too small pieces, man.
Way too, oh, it would be unfair and probably impossible, depending on what kind of pie it was. Pizza though, pizza when they wrote the roller, which Max always makes me do. Cut into 7 pieces. I'm like, Jesus, Max, 7. No, my protractor out. 7 divided by 360. All right, no deal. No deal. Welcome to the Rule household. Come and visit sometime. We need 1 briefcase, Cindy, if you don't mind.
Okay. 18.
18. I'm getting nervous.
That's your million.
Whew, still there. But we just lost what, 200?
It's gonna really go up.
Yes.
We should take the deal.
Well, we're not going to though.
Oh, come
We're not-
on.
No, we're never going to because I want to see what the relationship is. We're never going to because I want to see the relationship, what he's doing. I want to know. And now that I'm realizing this, there's something else I'm not accounting for, which I can account for later. How many cases we're removing each time. But I can put that in, I put that as a column next to this. 127, 764, right?
Oh, that was the other one.
Nope, sorry. This is the expected value, which is 252. Whoops. Yeah, now look at this. Cindy mentioned the percentage. Percentage. Let's ballpark, just real quick, let's ballpark the percentage. What percent is he offering us here in step 1-ish?
32.
Yeah, I'm saying a third, right? About 33%, about a third. How about here? Like a quarter-ish, so he's less. How about here? That's still about a quarter, isn't it? That's about a quarter. How about here? That's about a quarter again? Yeah, about a quarter.
It's not a third now.
Yeah, ish. Somewhere between a third and a quarter, right? That's definitely over a third, isn't it? And then, this is looking like a half. Yeah, we're closing on 66%. He's getting a little panicky up there. Take the damn money. So let's do it. We're not dealing it, right?
Nervous.
I'm very nervous. I'm sweating. Sydney, what are we going to do?
25.
I don't like the sound of that one.
I don't like the sound of that one. Friends, we are turning into the game show, aren't we? We are turning into the game show. We now have an expected... We are now turning into the game show. He has offered us $206,000. Kurt,
We have to walk away.
he is roughly at 66%. Yes, Kelly, this is material right here. He is roughly at 66% now. Maybe we should apply the Kurt rule and say, get the hell out of here with a fifth of $1,000,000, but we're not going to.
Oh.
Now just realize, friends, if you are ever on this show in this situation, you stop! The only reason we're not is because we want to see the relationship. It's the only reason we're not stopping. You will stop. Not like what I just did. All right. One more. 4.
Nice job.
Sydney is the best revenue generator ever.
I'm taking my T5 everywhere.
Ever. You're taking your TI everywhere?
Yeah.
Should I have that beer? Yes! Holy crap! Wait a minute, I wrote down the wrong thing. I did. 500,000. I thought he offered us exactly the average. I'm like, oh my God, I broke the machine. But look where we are, friends. We're at roughly 72%. We've exceeded your 66%, Kurt.
That's student loan money.
For all of us in this classroom.
Yeah, a lot of student loan.
But guess what we're gonna do?
No.
We're gonna go till we're done. I want to get all these numbers still.
We have one suitcase, which is ours.
We have one, and there's one left,
This could be
correct?
an outlier
In your
situation.
possession, right?
We have
We
5,
could win
correct?
$1 million.
Right? So we either have that,
Or,
or we have that.
so you have 50%.
Which means now,
Dun, dun. Dun, dun,
Don't
dun,
switch it, it's up behind the
Open it, open it, yeah.
it's a nice one.
There's nice expensive. Just random.
Well, there's the nice chance you have the other one that has, well, yeah, I look what you're thinking. You're thinking Monty Hall. Very good.
Very
4% chance of that happening. How's it feel to break the bank? Holy hell!
That was good.
So taking any of the offers would have been, even the last one would have been shite for us. I'm exhausted. That cigarette.
Health insurance.
Woo! Health insurance. Took out my insurance. Thank you, Cindy, for being the best randomizer ever. Take the TI. Cheryl, go.
Is your GoPro on?
It's been on the entire time. Sweet Jesus, yeah. Let me capture that.
Joke of not to you. Instead of not.
I need a nap. Yes, Kurt.
You started this class talking about visiting with counselors. Your reaction to this horribly addictive game, I gotta say, I'm a little concerned.
I gotta say, Sean, you're painting two very distant pictures up
I
here.
think you got a problem.
But may I counter that, sir? with the pure pursuit of the scientific method of figuring out what the hell the banker's doing and maybe breaking the bank, removing the show from television once we expose them as the frauds they are. Him and Howie Mandel in a soul patch.
Is this show still on TV?
I don't know. Is this show still on TV?
No, I don't think
Are they trying to pull this?
I haven't had cable.
I can't watch it anymore because of people that do what I just did. No, because it never. 4% of the time that's going to happen, right? 4% of the time. 1 out of every 25 shows will proceed similar to that. Please, Kate.
So, if one of us ever gets CONO,
Yes.
do you think that they'll let us take our TIs?
No.
No.
That's when you have me on speed dial.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, Kate, stop. Leave.
You're one of the 3 that are in the front.
I'm in the one, exactly. I'm the one they won't let into the building. No, but the thing is, Kate, I'll be happy to say that if I can find any kind of a pattern in what they're offering. And that's the problem. I want to look at Sydney's real quick. It's not going to be as neat as I hoped it would be. But I'm actually kind of glad that it's not as neat as I hoped it would be. Let me insert a column. Oops, insert a column here. Let's just do a real quick banker's offer divided by expected value. Okay, so, oops, got to get this more.